Hi there, my name is Michael McGrath. I'm the current Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform in the Irish Government, and I'm also a TD for Cork South Central. As Minister, my job really is to manage the purse strings on the expenditure side. So this year we'll be spending well north of €80 billion as a country. I'm also the person with overall responsibility for the public service and the delivery of public services and bringing about reforms to our public service and improving services for our citizens. And I also have responsibility for capital investment across the country and manage the National Development Plan and an annual spend of about €9 billion on capital projects. How did I get here? It's been quite a journey. I guess I developed an interest in politics at quite a young age, to be truthful. During my years in school as a teenager, I had a keen interest in history, Irish history in particular, and also current affairs. And in my home with my family, there was encouragement given always to listen to the news, read the newspapers, and try to stay up to date. And I also had some really good teachers who I think gave me a love of Irish history and the relevance of current affairs and policies to our day-to-day lives. I went to UCC and studied commerce for 4 years, and then I went on to train to be a chartered accountant with KPMG in Cork City. After qualifying there, I spent a couple of years in industry. I loved working with Red FM, which was a new startup radio station in Cork City. I was their financial controller for about 2 years, and then I went on to join UCC as their head of management information and systems. But in parallel with all of that, my interest in politics was getting stronger and stronger. Having joined Fianna Fáil as a student in UCC, I ran for my first election at the age of 22 when I contested the local Passage West Town Council election, and I was thankfully elected there. And then a few years later, I ran for Cork County Council election and got elected to that. And then around that time, I had to make a decision really between my professional career as an accountant or my interest in politics. And so I gave up my full-time job, and about 2 years out from the general election of 2007, I just decided to go for it and follow my heart and my passion. And thankfully, I got elected at the first attempt for Dáil Éireann in 2007, and I was re-elected since in the 2011 election, 2016 election, and the election earlier this year. And I've been in my current role now as Minister since the end of June. So a really exciting journey, hugely rewarding. I love the role that I have. It is really intense. There are a lot of different strands to it. But it's exciting, and I work with a great team of people, and I do feel that I am now in a position whereby I can make a real difference, and it's great to be at the heart of decision making within government. So I'm looking forward to the journey ahead. In relation to values, I guess that's a difficult one to articulate because our values really are intrinsic to who we are. But what I believe in is work ethic. I believe in working hard. I think it's an essential ingredient in being happy, being successful in life. Also, I think developing good relationships with people is so important, both in your working life and obviously in your personal life as well. I think developing trust, being able to get on with people and having mutual respect for each other is so important. So those are just some of the basic values that I believe in and that I do my best to put into practice every day. Well, like so many other people, COVID-19 has had a pretty dramatic effect on my own day-to-day life, both my working life and professional life. On the work side, on coming into office at the end of June, we decided to immediately put together a major multi-billion euro stimulus package for the Irish economy, which we brought forward in the month of July, really with a view to saving and protecting as many jobs as possible and supporting businesses. And I am so conscious of the fact that so many people have lost their job. They've had their whole life turned upside down by the economic impact of COVID-19. And we have a huge responsibility as a government to do all that we can and to stay the course with people on what is a very uncertain journey, and we will do that. But of course, first and foremost, it is a public health emergency, and so dealing with that and managing that has had an impact on all of us in the way that we go about our day-to-day life. And for me, that has meant, a lot less functions to go to. As a TD, you would be invited to a huge number of events, public meetings, dinners, charity and fundraising events, sports events and so on. So all of those now are essentially gone, and it frees up a lot of time, but it has been replaced then with a lot of online activity that we've all become so used to with Microsoft Teams and Zoom and things that many of us were really not using at all up until March of this year. So a big impact both professionally and personally, but I think we're very versatile as a people. I think we do adapt and we get on with life, and I think that's a great value in Irish people. It's part of our spirit, and we will come through this. Well, who knows what the future holds, and I certainly don't. And the profession that I am in is particularly volatile and uncertain, and the work that I do is only made possible because of the support that I have got over a number of elections from the people of Cork South Central, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart for all of that support down the years. What I really want to do is to make my mark in the department that I'm in, because I don't know how long I'll be here, but I want to make a success of it, and I am determined to, on leaving this office, be able to point to some tangible achievements. I have a great team of people working with me, and we have a pretty clear vision as to what we want to achieve during my tenure here as Minister. So I'm looking forward to continuing with that work and outlining in the period ahead what that vision is. And I'm excited and looking forward to the future. It's always very uncertain in this business, but I'm determined to enjoy every day of serving as a minister in this department, because it genuinely is an enormous privilege to be a member of government and to be in charge of such an exciting department. So I'll enjoy it while I'm here, and will try to leave my mark. Well, I am confident that the Irish economy will recover from the huge shock that has been visited upon it by the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm confident really because of the incredible manner in which the Irish people have responded to the challenge of the last 6 months or so. They've proven to be versatile, really resilient. The work that has been done in communities right throughout the country, with people looking out for each other and helping each other, has been really uplifting. Yes, there will be changes to our economy. There will be more remote working into the future, changes in work practices. There are lessons we need to learn in our health service to ensure that we build up permanent improvements in capacity to withstand future challenges and indeed the normal ongoing challenges in health as well. And the existential issue of climate change is one that is here to stay, and we have to embrace that. And I think we have demonstrated that we have the capacity to do that. But above all else, we are social beings, and I think that we feed off the natural interaction between humans. And so while there will be some changes, I do think we need to strike the right balance into the future and ensure that human relationships, our ability to engage directly with each other, our ability to work collaboratively to meet the challenges that we face as a society, those will be at the heart, I think, of our ultimate response to this. COVID-19 will pass. We will win this battle. Ireland will recover, and it will recover because of the Irish people. And I look forward to playing my part in this government in leading the direction that we all want to go.